Welcome to Piano with Danielle. In this series of videos, I will be explaining about all elements of musical theory. I will be following the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music's graded music theory and practice workbooks, but these are just a guide and these videos can be used for general theory questions. In this session, I'm going to be talking more about time values and introducing another note value. You may remember back to my first video, if not, the link is in the bio below, that I talked about the semibreve, minim, crotchet and quaver, and I drew this diagram. I showed you that each level of the chain adds back to the semibreve at the top of the chain. Now, we're going to divide our cake even further. If I cut each quaver in two, I get these notes. Sometimes you'll see that they look like this, if they're on their own, or you might see them in a pair and they look like this, or you might see them like this if they're in a group of four. Whichever way you see them, each one is called a semiquaver, or some people refer to it as a 16th note. Each one is worth a quarter of a count each. You can see from this that one crotchet equals 4 semiquavers, or one minim equals 8 semiquavers, and so on. Now, let's take a look at some example questions. Here we need to find one note to complete the bar. I can see that I have one count here, another one here, and another one there. I've also got a quarter of a count here and here. My time signature is 4/4, so if I add all of these together, that gives me a total of 3.5 counts. I therefore need to add another half a count to complete my bar, so I need to add a quaver to here, and that will make this all correct and complete. Let's move on and have a look at beaming notes together. When there are a group of quavers or semiquavers, or even a mixed group with some of each type, we can beam notes together. 2 quavers, for example, can be written and are equal to this. A mixed group of a quaver and 2 semiquavers could instead be written like that, with one long beam across the top and 2 beams to indicate the semiquavers. I could move this group around. I could have a semiquaver, quaver, semiquaver, and that would be the same value as writing them like this. Notice how the extra beam comes just slightly across to indicate the semiquaver on each side with the quaver in the middle. These are just a few examples. In terms of good practice, always group notes together so that in total they add up to a crotchet beat, just like these examples do. Here is a rhythmic example. We need to beam some notes together. What do we need to do? Let's rewrite this below. I've got my time signature. The crotchet time remains unchanged. I can then beam together these 2 quavers as they equate to a crotchet beat. I then add my bar line and I can beam together the next 4 semiquavers as they also equate to a crotchet beat. My last crotchet and double bar line remain unchanged. This makes this question correct and complete. Don't forget, when writing out music, if you need to add your clef, your time signature and your double bar lines at the end, space your notes out neatly so it can be easily read. Don't throw away marks in an exam where mistakes can be easily avoided. Always use a pencil, as mistakes can be erased and corrected. That concludes the topic of time values. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel Piano with Danielle, where you will find various other videos to help you on your musical journey. Thank you.